More Heroes of the Storm with a CCL with 30k and Simplicity. Yeah, Simplicity is a little bit of a role in the playoffs here. They first took out Granite Gaming, then they defeated the Sidestep Kings, and now they find themselves just one match victory away from entering the top 4, and therefore the final playoff bracket. They gotta go up against 30k, which is not gonna be easy, but we have now on the left side of our first map in this Heroes of the Storm series, Mirrodin, played by Fury for 30k. We got BBJ on Anduin, Azerite on Althea, Hazops on Cassia, and Liam on Urel. Over to the right side of the map, Simplicity with Cure on Malthael, Masquerade on Johanna, Lutano on Tychus, Legacy on Deckard Payne, and Hosty is playing Chromie again as we're starting the series up. Now, of course, as usual, the little caveat over here that this is all played out on the North American Heroes of the Storm server on NA Central, which means that European and Korean players will always have a pretty significant ping disadvantage, roughly 120 to 150 on average. And on this level of play, where the margin of error is obviously rather small, that makes a huge difference. Just to say that, and for everybody that isn't aware of it, soon we're going to have the Masters Clash also in Europe, and we're going to have some European plays again. And it's going to be interesting, honestly, to see if some of the North American teams are willing to play with a ping disadvantage as well, because Masters Clash made it quite known that they are totally open to let some of the NA teams participate in this one as well. So could definitely be a thing. Would be kind of awesome, honestly, if some of the NA teams would commit to playing in the Masters Clash. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think we're going to have some of the NA teams commit to playing on the European server? There's a lot of prize money on the line. The minimum is 10,000 euros. So that's quite an increase in dollars, and they are working on increasing the prize pool even further. So there's definitely an incentive. But I'm not sure if there's going to be North American teams that are willing to play in the event. But either way, now as we're heading into our CCL match here, into the playoffs, obviously the team that loses is out. The team that wins, as I mentioned previously, makes it into the final playoff bracket, where we then have also a double elimination system, so there's a loser bracket included then. And for now, top side, ooh, a little bit of a battle down at the bottom of the map already. Lutano is dodging out on this one. Yeah, Cure on Malthael. Stacks for Hazops. He's going to try and get the Lightning Fury stacks together here. And Masquerade on the Plepors all the way up in the middle. Level 4 talents are kicking in slowly, and that of course means that another 30 seconds are missing until we see the first objective being announced here. Now we got the bigger they are again on Tychus. He's going to try to burn Mirrodin down whenever he can. Commit to the trade and deplete that hit point pool as quickly as he can. So, yep, time to party this one up. Also, there is a healing beacon still up for grabs, and it seems like Simplicity is willing to commit to it. And Fury is nibbling around on the edges in hopes that he can get another Stormbolt connected, but he's not really willing to commit his team to a fight just yet. Now, also noteworthy is that when we're looking at the build for Mirrodin, it's a very different one from what we've seen so far in the past. So this is nothing around the stacks on your level 1 and then Sledgehammer on level 4, but he's actually going into Third Wind as his level 1 talent, and then no clap combo on level 4 and level 13, but instead committing to Reverberation here. He still wants to eat damage and then move out of the fight. So Third Wind is always indicating that you are looking at a game where you will move a lot in and out of the fight, take damage, try to let the trade kick in, and take a little bit of pressure also off your support that way. Now, he's also doing a decent job on stacks, honestly. 6 stacks. I mean, compare this a little bit to what we've seen from Khaldor on Battlefield of Eternity on the last map. Different map, yes, a bit of a different style, but still quite quicker stacking that we now have from Fury in this game. And he's going to try and get another one set up here against Masquerade as he's working those in slowly. Level 7 talents could get the Skullcracker over here for the occasional stun. In addition to that, yep, there we have it. In addition to that, we also now get the Emerald again. Got the Shielding Potion over here. Whereas everybody is still waiting out for what's happening around the Protector. Because so far the only team that has made a move for it is 30k. They're the only one. Now, the red team is slowly starting to make an approach happen as they are moving in. Yeah, Liam gotta be careful though. But that's a Protector. They give that one up. There's no leading experience, no nothing. So 30k is starting off quite nicely. And is rotating bot side. That's not the typical rotation that you see on the map. Prepping for objective 3 here. Normally you will go for the wall in the middle and then move towards the top to take the fountain down and prepare for objective number 2. different setup for them here in this game. And the wall is already destroyed, but the Protector is also not looking too healthy anymore. They get the wall, and that's pretty much it. So outside of the wall, not a lot that they can honestly do here. Even one of the towers is still in play. Yeah, early Protectors on this map are not really doing a whole lot. I mean, I keep saying it, but honestly, I think Blizzard really needs to rework this map a bit. It's a pretty shitty map. It gets played, but still, they need to randomize the spawn positions on the Protector at least. That should be a pretty easy thing to implement, because right now, in most of the games, it's just way too scripted. And the Protectors themselves, they are just too weak right now. We have late game Protectors that still do a whole lot of damage. The third, fourth, and fifth one, they usually see success. But when you're talking about the early Protectors in the game, if you had a good defense and a bit of focus damage, and depending on the lineup that you're running, you can more or less negate them completely. So, yeah, it's not really the best map, honestly. It's very limited in regards to tactical options that you have. It's pretty interesting to have the items, of course, on this map. But with a few adjustments, the map could be made way more attractive also for an audience. So, I don't know. One of the more boring maps, I say, just because it's usually very, very scripted. This is a little bit of a deviation. Again, they didn't rotate topside to take the fountain down. But either way, Last Rites is now in, so we're going to see some stacking coming through from Cure, which I already like. You can burn a target down with the bigger they are in Tychus, and then hope that Cure with his ult can finish the target off. Light Bomb comes in for Anduin, so that's another one. And 9 stacks for Hasbro. Not a lot. Didn't get a lot of stacking opportunities. That's a nice setup, though. Has to drop the turret and survives? What? Oh my god, what the hell? Instead, they take Cassia down and they drop the dwarf. What the hell just happened? Commit to the 10 and Lutano is trying to burn the wall down. What just happened here? They isolated Malthael completely, he survives all of it, then they take Cassia down, and the last Rites kill against Mirrodin as Fury jumps out of the fight. First stack for Malthael. Damn! When that Stormbolt and the Valkyrie hit Pure, I thought there's no way that he survives that battle. I mean, none whatsoever. And then he just sits there, takes it, and is like, yeah, well, I don't care. Do whatever you want, I'm going to survive that fight. And talking about fight, we are seeing another one up here towards the top as they're doing their work. 2 kills to 1 now overall. Still the first game, obviously, in this series. But boy, they're doing some work here. I like it. Now, towards the top side, they have to still get Hosty in position so that he can soak the experience, and that's exactly what he's doing here. So it's not that they're losing out on any XP. Cams are also taken now on the left side. 13 talents are nearly ready for Simplicity. Again, keep in mind that they didn't get the Protector. Protector didn't have that much of an impact. Fury is still sitting in the bush and is obviously hoping to get a jump on the Stormbolt connected, but that's 2 healing beacons also in the hands of the red team. So that's a bit of a problem too. And they are moving now down to the bottom of the map. They were hoping to get a drop on Yrel, but that didn't pan out. But taking the wall down is, of course, also worth it. So they go for that. Objective has been announced. Lutano, the dash, and Legacy is helping him. 13 talents are there. They got the lead now. Blue team has to get their own level 13 talent. That's going to give the initial lead on the objective over to Simplicity. They currently run Johanna on the checkpoint. And Neo Steel Coding is now in too. And, well, let's go. Rotation down to the bottom. It's all about the items right now for the teams. Yeah, so trying to take the item control here. Same time, the blue team, I mean, they're already looking to go towards the top now. They have their level 13 talent, so they're ready for a fight. Cure is pushing the bot lane out a bit more. He wants to set his team up for even more experience, kind of extending that lead a bit so that in the later stages they will have a level 16 advantage over another potential setup. Yeah, do we get a Blessed Shield here? Oh, yeah, Blessed Shield is out. They're trying to go for Azerite. Can they take him down? Fear survives, and the fight is turning towards Fury. Oh, Last Rites gets dropped, but they don't get their kill. Fight isn't over, though. Here comes Sultano with his ult, and Cure gets pushed back into the battle. Double healing beacon get already dropped, and the old man with the setup, but it is Malthael that falls. Nicely done. Yrel committing to the fight. And now towards the top, Lutano taking control or trying to over the checkpoint, but they are now down one player. And here's Fury trying to jump on Hosty. Always getting the aggression. Masquerade is double checking the flank though. Alright, Storm will connect. Yeah, not. Oh! Timeout! Chromie! And she gets out. At least for now. Alright, Hosty is alive. And we still have Ophia chasing Johanna around the map a little bit. Yeah. The blue team, 2 kills to 2, and they take control over the objective again. Looking to lock in another protector for themselves. Now that the healing beacon is also up, there's a chance to snag another item over here. Q has already rotated down to the bottom of the map in the hopes to get level 16. I mean, either to fight for the objective, or even if you don't get it, to at least have it available when you're trying to defend against the opponent's protector. Either way, getting the lead on talents is never a bad thing for you, of course. 18,000 damage for Fia, 16k for Malthael. He got good damage out against Muradin earlier, even though he wasn't able to kill him as he applied the ult for the second time. It was honestly the avatar that was getting popped that kind of ruined the plays a bit for him. Here's the 16, and they still have a chance to go for the protector now. They have mostly ignored it. I mean, they haven't gotten a single point towards the protector yet. And look at them. They still don't give a shit. They're just sitting there as like, wait, what? Objective? What are objectives? Wait a second. This isn't League of Legends? What? Dota 2? Really? No? What? They just don't care. Yeah, that's of course great map design when your players are looking at the game and they're saying like, what are objectives and what do I need them for? So, yeah, that's kind of that. Now 16 is going to be ready any second now for 30k too. But the blue team is pretty much just playing it safe until they can fight on even talents with their opponent. Either way, it seems like Haas and his boys are willing to commit to the top now, whereas items are taken across the map from Simplicity. They're committing to the camps here. That's 3 turrets already in their hands, and they're starting to push the bottom of the map. Cassia's moving at the top and pretty much saying, okay guys, if you don't want it, we'll take it. So, yeah. Taking another turret down here, tower destroyed, a little bit of damage from Cure, but there's a protector, so they got the topside protector now. Liam is defending the bot lane, and Anduin feels mighty powerful for once, now that he's in charge of the protector. Ops gets a grenade to the face as he's moving down towards the bottom of the map, and Cure is in trouble, and with trouble I mean he's dead. Yeah, Cure's down. So that was a nice one, and that turret didn't, of course, make it either. It's a bit of a weird one, honestly. That game is a bit strange. Simplicity just doesn't care about the objective at all. Like, not even a little bit. Supposedly that's going to change later on in the game when it scales more, but at least for now, they're just sitting there saying like, yeah, whatever. Now, Fia is dead. That was a quick one. Okay. Girl's gone. I expected this to be a bit more impactful. Timeout in the back line. Liam, he can't get the kill. Well, he's trying. Hosty, there's the jump, and Hosty's gonna survive. Yeah, Hosty's gonna survive. The fort at the bot lane didn't. That one got destroyed, and now all of a sudden, Liam finds himself surrounded by opponents. They are trying to gank up on him heavily. Lutano, hoping, of course, for some minigun damage, but Malthael wasn't even here, so Last Rites was also not really dangerous. Interesting part is that Hazu is he just doesn't have a chance to stack. There's no big fights happening. Hazu is sitting at 30 stacks now. I mean, this is one of the best stacking maps for Cassia, honestly. Dino famously reached 160, 170 stacks one time on Volskaya, and we had other players on Ophia that did the same thing. A lot of these fights are, of course, big 5 versus 5 battles around the Protector, but with Simplicity just giving it up over and over again, there's no stacking happening whatsoever on their side. So instead, what we're seeing is a big focus on items. And it's still a leading experience for Simplicity. There's a fort taken down at the bottom of the map, that's definitely true. But you look over towards the experience and Simplicity is ahead. They are ahead. And they're still looking pretty decent here. Now they're fighting again over the objective. That's something that they're very willing to commit to. And Muradin gets burned down very quickly. That's not the only thing. Cure is looking to drop an ult. Yeah, there's also the ult on Yrel, and that's a kill. Bam, goodbye, and stack number 2 on the last rights of Malthael. Gets it connected with Yrel, easy second kill, 10-second cooldown reduction now. And they are even further ahead in experience right now. They're widening the gap, and now they have a chance to take the top fort down. I mean, they're just continuing that trend here, and the blue team is now forced to move down to the bottom of the map to at least go for the consolation prize, and take their turret. They're invading also. I like that. I like that they're invading the second turret too. The problem is that it costs them a lot of time. And Simplicity just says, guys, if you're not defending, we're gonna take your keep. So that's free damage on the keep with the double camp that they have here. And that thing is now down to 50% HP. And they can still poke around with Chromie even further. If they can do a little bit more, they might even get the entire thing. I mean, they have level 20 now. They can literally siege up on it with a big red button if they want to. They should grab it right here. The blue team doesn't want to fight this, so they're going to lose the keep. Keeps down. And this is really awkward. There's 2 objectives that we had on the map so far. Both of them were locked in by 30k. Both of the time they didn't accomplish anything. I guess you can argue that earlier with the second one they got the bottom forward. But now we have a level 20 advantage. We have 4 kills to 3. There's 2 forts and a keep destroyed on the blue team side. And Simplicity is looking pretty happy about all of this. They're just sitting there like saying like, yeah, game's going well. Looking good, boys. 27,000 damage on Malthael. Third objective is popping up soon, TM. And they are really happy with their situation here. Pushing through the middle a little bit further. 20 is now ready also for 30k in this first game of the best of 5 series. But it's going to come down to what they are playing, how they're playing this now. I mean, are they fighting for objective 3 or do they still say like, nah, don't care. Nah, not for us. We don't like mechs. 2 stacks from Malthael. Alright, early commitment to the Iron Skin. Is that our 5 versus 5? Has a rewind on Muradin now. And of course on top of that, no one can stop death for Malthael. So he can commit a little bit harder over here. And it seems that at least now Simplicity is saying, okay, we're at least ready for the battle at the bottom. So if you want the objective, you have to fight for it this time. Early commitment. Lutano. Lutano with a big red button. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's just like, let's go. Let's take that fort down. 16 stacks for Muradin on the level, on the baseline. 37 stacks for Cassia. Again, they don't get any opportunities to stack. We didn't have a lot of big team fights, which is what you usually see on this map. Team fights, team fights, team fights over every objective. Big battles. Not in this one. Muradin gets attacked. Last rights, baby. Where is it? Yeah, there in the back, but he didn't get the kill. Didn't get the stack, but they take Muradin down. They take Anduin down. Oh, Legacy. Nice. Good move by Urel. But Hazorps is dead. And let's face it, Urel is not going to make it out here either. Yeah, is she? I mean, she's going to try. Good luck with that, though. Oh, yeah, that one hurt. The chase is on. You can run, but you can't hide, baby. Liam is not going to make it. Spoiler alert. That's the kill. Yeah, this time they actually go for the objective. Now that they took 4 heroes out, Deckard Cain, the only one that died, so a really good trade for them. They find themselves in the spot where why wouldn't you go for the objective? Can still take the bottom fort down, but they are doing great here. They are doing fantastic. Big commitments right now. Yep, good move. They go for the fort. Malthael is making a... Actually, you could even go for the healing beacon if you wanted to now. I mean, they have a mad lead. It's 8 kills to 4. The structures are all taken out. They can go for the objective. There's still turrets to be had if they want them. Hosty is already securing this from being flanked. I mean, it's not going to happen. But either way, Malthael, as predicted, has moved towards the top. And he gets pinged already because they don't have really a lot of vision. They know now that there's 2 heroes in the middle at least. Or at least they should. I think they've seen them. But now that the Protector is taken, what are they going to do? Are they going to go for another keep? Are they going to try to go for core? They have the item advantage for sure. I mean, it pretty much dropped everybody. So that's the opportunity to now get those items to some good use. Turrets have been taken. Objective is up. Healing beacon. And yeah, what's the play? Seems like the bot lane is going to be their focus. That's where the objective is now headed. And there's a chance to take game number 1 and take the lead here. Simplicity had an insane run. They want to crown that momentum by moving into the top 4 and ending up in the playoff bracket, the double elimination system. And honestly, right now, things are at least looking good for them to take a lead in this series. It's a best of 5, of course, so we're going to see quite a bit more Heroes of the Storm action in this series. But after taking the keep at the top, they want to one at the bottom, and there's a kill. Anduin is able to save Urel. I don't think they're going to be able to save the keep here. Things are falling apart for 30k at this point. Yeah, Muradin is sitting in the back line, has to commit to the rewind in order to hop out without losing his life here. And that's another kill against Urel. That should be game. That should honestly be game. They're crushing them now. Muradin's jumping in again and hopes to slow them down with a kill against Chromie. They're going to get a little bit farther towards that goal, but just look at that core. Lost all of its shields already, down to 50% on the HP bar. And, well, that's it. Simplicity is going to take the lead in this best of 5 series. Nicely done. Yeah, the red team is showing some really nice Heroes of the Storm play here, and they get rewarded with the lead in the best of 5. Well played as Simplicity locks in the W on Volskaya Foundry.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, the Heroes of the Storm series at hand spices up a little bit as we're heading into the second map of the best of 5. The winner goes into the final playoff bracket. And 30k looked a little bit, flabbergasted on game number 1. Didn't really have a good stand there. Pretty much overrun by Simplicity. Now on the left side for the blue team, we got Liam on Malthael, Fury on Varian with Hazu on Rexa. We got BBJ on Deckard Cain, and Azerite is playing Lee. On the right side of the map, the red team in the lead in the best of 5 with Q on Sonya, Legacy on Brightwing, you got Hosty on Cassia, Masquerade on Jojo, and Lutano is playing Genji on the second map. So yeah, time to party. The Laws of Hope on level 1 for Johanna, getting a bit more self-sustain here for herself. And top side, interesting enough, Rex are currently in the middle. Fury is riding into battle over here with this Varian setup. They got Kayn to follow up with a bit more control. Obviously, the dream is to have Stukov in your composition when you're playing with Varian's Taunt. And then some burst damage on top of that. Hazu in the middle instead of the top lane, which is also kind of interesting. Again, he's usually the king of Dragonshire because he's the best solo laner at the top. But that also is mainly the case if you are up against one hero. And with Lutano and Brightwing on that, if you don't pay attention, no matter who the top laner is, then one quick swift strike and a good Brightwing teleport is going to turn any one-on-one into 1v3, and you don't want to face that. So there's definitely a lot of aggression that can be executed with that particular combo since they're so mobile on how they're playing this out. But, well, let's see. For the time being, we currently have Legacy and Hosty just going for camps. The 1 minute mark has hit, and that of course makes every single camp spawn over here, so it's time to party and play this out a little bit more, which is exactly what they're currently doing. But Kyo is aggressively invading, and they're trying to steal it away. Misha is about to get blasted, and they lock it in. The camp is claimed. A little bit more damage through Li Ming. But that's 2 Siege Giant camps that they just locked in. Still 0 stacks for Cassia. I didn't get any connects here on the Lightning Fury, but still, stealing both of the camps is of course kind of neat. Denying it to the opponent is also amazing, so good job. That's exactly what they wanted to do here. And, well, what else are we gonna get? Maybe a bit control, bot lane, that's where the blue team is currently shining, up at the top. Genji's gonna take the shrine for the team in red. Simplicity with the earlier level 4. Slam build for Sonya, shielding potion for Deckard Cain, and of course now that we got the taunt, that's where we're gonna see some action around Varian and Li Ming very likely. You got follow-up stuns too. Already looking for some engage over here. Even if Misha just initiates the entire thing, then Varian can follow up on that and he can come in with the rest of the team. So there's that. Jojo's moving out. No problem for her here. It's a small lead, but again, it's there. Top camps, they still collide. Sonya and Thanos Genji are trying to deal with it as quickly as they can. Fury is moving in too. Fury is still looking for some engage and then getting the taunt in, and so far that just doesn't work out for him the way that he intends to. So, must be a bit frustrating, honestly. But yeah, that being said, at the bottom they are still trying to reclaim the position here as well. But not so much. Hosty I mean, Legacy is there as well, so Brightwing is helping out. They get both. I don't think they can go for the Dragonite, though. So far, we don't see a single kill yet. They retake this. There's just too much control to the two of them. But at the top, there's at least damage being done. And it's really tough for Liam to fight back against it. So he just has to let it happen. Someone needs to rotate topside. And so far, nobody has done that yet. So Cure and Lutano are able to apply a lot of pressure against Liam here. And in the middle of the map, Masquerade has also made sure that nobody rotates in without him knowing about it. So he can give them the thumbs up and can be like, guys, you're going to be fine. So they're rotating around them quite successfully. And now they're going for the entire wall. Can you imagine the fountain falling now? That would take the entire sustain away from Liam. They're going to wreck this thing. Fountain goes down, all of the sustain is gone. The only salvation would be a counterplay at the bottom of the map to make the same thing happening here. And Gale, it doesn't really seem like they can. No, they can't even take the wall down. Fountain eliminated in the top lane is an absolute disaster. That means that it's much easier for Simplicity to get access to the shrine and then hold it as well. Not really a fan of this one. Yeah, middle of the map. I don't know, but 30k, a bit off here. First map already. I'm not quite sure. They really need to get their act together. They're looking for aggression, they're looking for kills, but now they are simply reacting to what's happening on the other end. Cassia has started to stack a bit more significantly. I mean, she's now sitting at 20. We've seen better, but still, that's decent. It was a bit scary at first when she didn't get any stacks together after the first team fight. But right now, bot lane control has been established again, and Sonya should win out on the top lane now, because she has a fountain that she can rely upon, whereas Malthael just doesn't. And of course, Genji can move into, and so can Brightwing. So there's a few heroes that can easily assist that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that happen eventually. Now, Cure is sitting at the top and saying hello. And they might be able to go for a Dragonite sooner rather than later. Still very even in experience. I mean, both teams are looking to grab level 10. That's the goal here. But it's dead even. I mean, they're hitting level 9 exactly at the same time. And it still plays around the bottom of the map as we're seeing all of this play out in front of us. Alright. Time to party. Azerite and Fury is sitting tight. Yeah, maybe now the team fight that we've been waiting for. It's a 5 versus 4 though. So blue team would be well advised to let this one slide. It's all about the camps again, and that should secure them the early level 10. I don't really expect anything crazy happening at level 10 here. I mean, again, I'm always a fan of a quick leap, but most of the time it's more liability than it is a good tool. And I would be surprised if they take it here. He's waiting it out though. Yes! And A, here we go. Alright, Cure going full in A. They go for the commitment. Aggression, aggression, aggression. They go for the leap. Yeah, he likes to play that one. So we have a leap to try and get the quick kills in. They're still in control of the bot lane, the blue team. So they have at least one shrine. Still not a single kill. We're 6 minutes into this one and we still don't have a single kill. There's also the last rights. Stacking going on for Hazorps on his level 4. Maybe now there's the stun, there's the taunt, but where's the damage? Yeah, spoiler alert, it's not here, at least not yet. So they can't get a kill here. But alright. When are we going to see the first kill? Is Sonya going to make it? Are they going to jump onto Malthael, just collapse on him, get a quick gank set up and take him down? Or how are they going to play this one out? Righty, so at the bottom of the map, there's the taunt, and could this be the first one? Masquerade! Oh, yes! Masquerade is down. Well done. Good kill. That's the first one to fall. Johanna dead, but there's also no control over the top lane anymore. Yeah, there's easy damage for Cure. Bottom of the map though, they're trying to pressure this one out as well. And they might just get it, especially if they can get the second kill. And indeed they do. Cassia is down. They go for Legacy. And... oh, the fruit fly survives. But the fort at the top is taken. The fort at the top falls. Now, again, bot lane is of course going to suffer the same fate. That one is without a question. So an easy one to kill this one. 2 kills to 0. Even situation on structures. It's a little bit of a... It's a strange game. It's very different from what we've seen before. Not really that kill heavy. Honestly, if you think about it, in game number 1, they also didn't go all out on team fights or anything. Teams are just playing around each other a lot, trying to push lanes a little bit more, not engaging that heavily into team fights. I feel the MO was similar on the first map until they had a lead in experience and talents, and then started to take those team fights a bit more aggressively, trying to exploit the advantage that they had over the opponent. But right now, it's all about the camps at the bottom of the map, so they're taking another one here too. Top lane, Martel is reclaiming the shrine. Misha is of course being sent out as a little bit of a scout. And at least this time not being punished for that. 13,000, 15,000 damage, the two top damage dealers on each side. Again indicating that it's not really that aggressive of a game. But now with 39 stacks on Cassia, she's at least able to stack a bit more aggressively, and I like that. So they're trying to go towards the top. Can they set the leap up? And oh, and boom! With a blade, they're gonna get the kill. Brightwing is there too. I talked about this earlier. The Brightwing moves are always the dangerous ones, and Azerite might have moved out a little bit too deep here. Swift strike, there's the kill, there's the reset. They go for Hazu, and that is another one. Hazu dead too, and now they're going for Fury. Oh, that's a triple kill, guys. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. So first, the last right attempt at a setup. Azerite comes in for the kill. They go for Hazu. They take another one there. And yeah, they're looking fantastic now. 3 kills to 2. They all of a sudden turned this. They should walk away with the Dragon Knight. They already have Genji in the middle. And now that both of the shrines are channeled, he can go for an easy objective. So momentum definitely turning a bit. So far it was fairly even in structures and also in everything else, but now we might see a lead for the red team in game number 2. They already have the advantage in the series, of course. Took the first game. Dragon Knight is now starting to play this one out at the bottom of the map, trying to push this out slowly. So they're trying to take a keep down here, sorry, a fort down here too. Li Ming goes down in the middle. They're even fighting over this. The Dragon Knight is completely alone at the bottom with the Siege Giants that he has too. Misha now falls. They're committing to even more here. Yeah, Cure again with the engage. Can make those leap moves. And the bot lane is getting pressured even further. There's 2 Siege Giants sitting in the back. The Dragon Knight is also dishing out some damage. And they are looking better and better at this point. They're nearly on level 16, which would give them an additional advantage over 30k. That game is spiraling out of control, honestly. The mid lane fort is about to fall. They're really committing to it. Valkyrie attempt. That one didn't really work out. Bot lane fort is down. And now they could rotate into the middle and get another one. And as I said, they have a talent lead. Can absolutely exploit this now. And they should. I mean, there's no reason why you wouldn't, right? So Genji jumps out. Seriously? Alright, I guess someone is eventually going to come in and just take this one out. This is like, no, none at all. Yeah, 1 hit, 2 hits, and the fort is down. So all 3 forts on the blue team side have now been destroyed. But yeah, it's tricky. They still have I mean, it's not really a big lead anymore. It's a small advantage because there's going to be a talent hitting any second now for the other team as well. But you got all that you could out of this one. Couldn't really get any kills, but again, 3 structures destroyed through the first objective. This is fantastic for them. Now, a bit of an attempt here to get the taunt. And, well, it's just not working. They don't get the engages that they need. It's honestly, it must be so frustrating for the blue team right now. They just don't get the engages, and instead Hazu's getting attacked, feigning death, taunt, and Sonya jumping in. Last right kill attempt, not working out. Rexa is dead instead. Li Ming is down. Oh my god, they're getting crushed. They're getting absolutely wrecked, everybody. What a disaster in this fight. The beginning looking quite strong, and then you get demolished, absolutely demolished. 4 heroes down in the engage, and the rotation to the bot lane where they are aiming for the first keep of the game. 64 stacks now for Cassia. It's a disaster. They just can't get the damage in through those team fights. The last right attempt of Maldale didn't work out. Brightwing with good heals here. And of course the keep is wide open and they're burning it down. No chance of a save here. Well, they're not committing to it. Wow. They could have taken that one easily. They really didn't want to end up in a team fight. They're dodging out on fights the entire time whenever they can. Giving up on the keep kill? Damn. I mean, that is honestly some discipline. If they would have stayed 2 more seconds, they would have definitely finished the keep off. It would have allowed Rexa to move in and maybe force them into a bit of a battle. But I think they could have disengaged there. So them not taking this one down? Huh. I did not think that they would make that move. Either way, fair enough. Played super safe here. Don't want to give up on the advantage that they have. Not even on the off chance that they are being forced into a fight. So, I don't know. I think that was definitely worth staying a little bit longer. But either way, their playstyle is working out, so not changing the system at all. They're starting to take a few more camps and are also starting to get closer and closer to level 20 since they're locking in level 19 as we speak. We have the quest completed for Rexa, so that's some extra armor for himself and Misha. Masquerade, top side. Are they gonna go for it? Are they gonna make the play here? They could. They see it. No commitment just yet, but it would be funny if they did. Nah, they want to go for the Dragon Knight. And Cure gets it. Cure has it. 30k is too late. They're always a step behind now. At the beginning of the game, it looked fairly even, but now it just seems that 30k is always one step behind their opponent. Even the interrupt attempt here by Deckard Kane, just a tiny bit too late. And now, of course, the keep is a goner. The question is, can they do more? Dragon Knight trying to kick Li Ming away, getting a little bit lost in that maze over here. So, yeah, that didn't do anything. The keep at the bot lane definitely gonna fall now. 65 stacks for Cassia, so we're already seeing Hosty moving towards the front in an attempt to get more stacks together here. Yeah, and Dragon Knight plays it out slow. Dragon's Breath, that's the end of the keep. And now they, of course, can still go for the fight. Blessed Shield is out. They try to go for Cass. Oh my god, they don't even try to go for her. They delete her. They delete her from the game. Legacy is also now moving away. Honestly, they could have done that earlier. Taking the keep and losing a hero in the process, they didn't need to wait for a Dragon Knight to make that happen. They could have done that earlier without any problem whatsoever. That was no issue. Ariad Crater is in, so they got it. And yep, they're also committed to the Radiating Faith. We got the Invisible Friends. Dragon becomes me. And well, let's go. Camp at the bot lane. Can 30k bring it back? You never want to be in a situation in the best of 5 where your opponent takes a 2-0 lead. Trading wins, that's one thing, but just from like a psychological point of view, if you're 0-2, it's so tough to really go from game to game, winning and pulling that reverse sweep off. They would love if they could just like buckle down a bit here and ensure a victory in game number 2, so they are on an even playing field with their opponent heading into game number 3. But Simplicity, they are still ahead. Structurally speaking, they have taken a pretty significant lead right now. It's going to be 20 versus 20 in the next team fight, but there is a lot that can go wrong here still for both teams. I mean, one team fight that you lose and it's a different situation. Especially with the bottom fort gone, you have an opportunity to go for keep if you are able to take someone down, especially with Misha eating some of the damage. Kill command is in. No one can stop death. Maltel doesn't have a single stack, by the way, towards his quest on level 10. 69 for Cassia. Has still not taken... There we go. Alright. Imprisoning Light for Cassia. And the shrines are activating again. But there's the 5-man commitment. Trying to go for the siege giants maybe at the bottom. At least poking them out slightly. Furying is sitting at the front. Invisible friends are ready. Oh, Kiora! Face checking the bush. What the hell? I think both of the teams were surprised what was happening there. He was trying to set it up against the heroes, moves into the bush, and all of a sudden there's like 5 people in that bush. Not quite, but close. And Kyora's like, yeah, I don't want to be here. There's no space anymore. Let me leave. Yeah, but nobody reacting in time to turning it against him. So yeah, now top side, Lutano is already taking the shrine. Bottom of the map, of course, the blue team has reacted too. They're going instantly for the camp as it spawns. Nicely done. Very, very quick collapse under the camp. I got some bot lane value. They still have, of course, catapult pressure against the opponent's team. So that's good for them too. And off we go. It's all about the next team fight. It's all about the next battle. All about the opportunity to turn the game around here. And of course about the opportunity and the chance to get another Dragon Knight. We're now 17 minutes into the game. Those guys hurt a lot more. 33,000. Cassia, top damage dealer in the game, as you can see. Yeah, there's the fight. Alright, they're starting to set it up. Taunt has been used already. 10-second cooldown. Bless Shield is in. Stuns are there. Oh, and they hit! The follow-up. Arian Crater, baby! And the kill. Sonya is dead to Li Ming. Starting to take them down. What a fight. That was a weird one. Look at this. There it is. The setup of Cassia. Bam! There's the jump. And then with the Arian Crater, they get the kill, but they don't get enough. It's a trade in kills, and the blue team gets the better end of it. They get 2 kills against 1, and maybe even an objective now. This, on the other hand, is a bit of a concern for them, of course. Now down here, there's a taunt against Johanna. Rest of the team is moving into 3 versus 3 situation as Malthal is starting to move down. They want the Dragonite. They might get the Dragonite, but topside is still a problem. Now, again, they are going to lose some hit points on that keep. The Dragonite has been claimed though, so 30k might be able to do some work here, but we shouldn't forget about what's going on at the top lane. Even Rexa had to move back now. With the catapult locking in on the keep, he has to. So the keep is taking some damage, but they're trying to take at least the forts down in the middle, and I guess that's something that they can do here. But this game is by no means over, not even close. I mean, now we have Cassia back too. She's on 78 stacks, so she's getting better and stronger here as the late game continues. Fort in the middle has been obliterated. Rexa has taken control of the top lane and pushed the waves out. 5 kills to 9. Yeah, it's getting close here. It is getting really, really close. Top side, I mean, 44 seconds left. I mean, either way, there's no fountain here. You can let this one slide. They can, of course, still stack Hosty a bit against the Dragonite. That's always kind of neat. Difficult to miss, honestly. And that's 81 stacks now for Hosty. Gonna get a little bit more here, at least trying to. Yeah, has to mount away. Careful, they're pushing it past it. There's again the Arian Crater as they go in for BBJ. And they get that. No, what? Okay, there it is. The kill is there. The fort is down, but they pay a price. They lose Varian and Deckard Cain in the process. Yep, nicely done. And now, of course, where are they going? Are they going for the camps? Are they going for the core? What's the play? They got Kane down, then they focus on Varian, and they are trying. They have a 5 versus 3 now, and, well, there's no support there any longer. They're moving down to the bottom of the map, ladies. In another 5 seconds, we're gonna have the Air Crater back. They kill against Malthael before that even happens. The big opportunity to end game 2 in their favor. Simplicity going for the W on Dragonshire. Arid Crater against 2, and they are both dead. What a setup. Nice moves here by Sonya. Big plays. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 series here in the CCL Playoffs for Simplicity as they win on their second map in this Heroes of the Storm series of the tournament. Nicely done. Rexa gets killed too. 16 kills to 5. And that's a win. Dragonshire ends in favor of Simplicity as they push into game number 3 with a 2-0 lead over 30k. Game number 3 could be the last one, honestly. Depends a little bit on Simplicity. They've been doing very, very well in this gauntlet-style playoff setup. Now we got 30k, of course, with a tough challenge ahead of them. They need to win 3 games in a row to make it to the next round and not be eliminated here. They switched over to a bit more of a North American meta, with Fury now playing the main tank Uther. So technically double support, main tank Uther comboed with BBJ on Brightwing, Hazops on Deathwing here on Infernal Shrines. We got Liam and Leoric and Azerite on Cassia. Simplicity, they're playing this with Legacy on Deckard Cain. We got Cure on Tychus this time. Currently have Hosty on Mephisto, going full mucker on this one. Masquerade again on Diablo. Uh-oh. And Lutano on Hogger. I mean, I'm a little bit scared. After what we've seen throughout these playoff matches from Masquerade, I'm really scared of what we're seeing here.
Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah, he's a monster. On this hero, on this map, whew. Let's see what 30k has to lock him down, because he has been obliterating people. Then again, there's a double support that makes it a bit easier to sustain anybody that gets caught. And of course, you have panic buttons available, especially once that Uther has the potential Divine Shield, if he goes for it. could of course always decide that he wants to play it out with a stun instead. Yeah, Hogger is hogging it out at the top. Lutano still moving away from this one. Build hasn't really changed, still the same style. We're having stacks for Cassia, as Azerite is now locking in some connects with Lightning Fury here at the bottom of the map. It's gonna be interesting to see how much Mephisto can shine here. This is a really good map for him. Not a lot of players that lock Mephisto in. Make was the one that really led the charge on this on the European server for a long time. And a few players have then started to copy him. Most of this happening in the post-HGC era in 2019. But will be interesting to see what he can do here. Mephisto can be a massive pain in the ass, honestly. Especially if you have other heroes that hog the attention and create a bit of space for him to work. So, yeah, objectives are going to be more than interesting here. Especially how the blue team is going to play that out with the sustain that they now have in their hands, thanks to the Uta main tank, the double support setup that they're running. Yeah, Hazu at the bottom of the map now, doing his thing. Legacy is already sitting tight. Cure, of course. Also, everybody looking for the third camp now. Objective is going to get announced in roughly 30 seconds. The bigger the R is in, so Tychus is already committed to that. Same build as usual on Hogger. We got the shielding potion by now for Deckard Cain. No big surprises, nothing crazy. I mean, we still got the unstable anomaly over here. And Leo with the easy peasy Neil Peasants pick. Yeah. Already moving up towards the top and yeah, facing off again. Actually going for the camp instead. Not going for the lane experience yet. Alright. So, meantime, we have Deckard Cain, the old man with the stick, trying to take the camp solo. That's not gonna work. That's gonna take ages. It needs a bit of an assist, and Hogger is slowly starting to move over. Great mount, by the way. This one I kind of like. I mean, Money Pig still ruling everything, of course. Best mount in the game, but I have to admit that this one is pretty cool, too. I've seen this now a few times by Lutano, and yeah, it's a neat one. First objective spawns at the bottom of the map, and the first Shaman camp has already been taken, too. So, well, with that, we have down here the fight, BBJ! Oh, and there's the kill. Mephisto, they try to go for the counter kill. Cure, he gets out, and Deckard Cain shielding the retreat as they're going for Azerite. Wall stun attempt, Masquerade is low, but he makes it out, and they nearly get a kill against Cassia. The fight is on, the battle is raging, as Hogger is defending the top lane against the camp, takes another wave out. They are going to take an experience lead thanks to this. And they will do a ton of damage. If he stays top now, he moves bot line top. So this is getting dangerous because 30k, they now have their 5-man back up on the map. Hogger is actually moving towards the top, so they give it up. They have the early level 7, but they give up the objective. They're simply saying, whatever. You can't really decide. Alright, moving straight into the middle. Still trying to zone that out. Deathwing has committed to the top, that's why he moved down, but the wall is lost. The objective is claimed by 30k now. They want to bring this back. They want to. Leo fighting it out with Hogger in the middle of the map. And now to the bottom, that's where we're seeing the bait over the wall. Vision has been granted to the Punisher, so he triggers the attack. It jumps over the wall. Honestly, Frozen Punishers are just so incredibly strong. It's just like an inbuilt Sylvanas that you have over here. Leo is down here too, already taunting the opponent.
Say hello to your sister for me.
But, well, there's no variant in this game, so they're not reacting. Leo taunts, they're just not going to do the same thing. Diablo's just looking at it, he was like, the fuck are you talking about? I don't even have a sister, dude. Like, please, do your homework. So, in the meantime, Lutano is, of course, trying to deal with the top lane again. Hazops is there, so you need to make sure that you're not losing out on those minion waves and soak up the experience, so you're gonna fall behind. At the bottom of the map, they defended the fort, they defended the fountain. That's all that you can really hope for here. And they're still adding experience because of the work that Hogger has done at the top lane. Now, down here, it's all about the camps again. Both of the Khazra camps on the left and right side are now up. 1 kill against 0 is all that we get for now. Stacks are coming together for Cassia too, as she's sitting on 21. Not insane, but decent. Masquerade is nearly done with the stacking on the baseline, which would give him his revive, of course. And they are already moving in towards the third camp at the bottom now that has respawned as well and trying to claim that. And they have the time. It's a small window, but it's there, and they take advantage of it. Now there's a couple of potions already set into place, but do they make the move? Thinking about it for sure. Level 10 is nearly there. Still Hogger and Leo that do the work. 30k, level 10 abilities. You can see, by the way, the damage now as well. Just look at what Hogger has in terms of siege damage. He's sitting at 61,000. 61k. That bad boy is just hog wilding around everywhere. We're playing full-on Tasmanian Devil over here and doing well. Yep, also decent hero damage from Tigers, of course, with the bigger they are. Especially against heroes at the front line and Deathwing. That's going to be very, very successful for him. With the level 10 abilities, nothing crazy. Durance of Hate by Mephisto. Hogger's still sitting at the top. Diablo hasn't made a commitment just yet. This is one of those maps where you can play Apocalypse or Lightning Breath. Both are great, and this time Masquerade is actually going for Lightning Breath. First time that we see him do that now. In the past series that he played, he always committed to Apocalypse, but he normally also had something to combo it off with and really do some work. I mean, we had Hanzo combos where he went Apocalypse into Hanzo Arrow and vice versa. I guess he has Deckard Cain here, so technically he could wait for Deckard to get a good ult through and then follow up with an Apocalypse. But if you're playing out on this map, then as I mentioned, Lightning Breath is a really good alternative because you're taking control over the shrine and you not only do damage to your opponent's team, but you're also locking in some additional stacks towards the objective. So that's another big advantage that you can run. Leo again at the top. And this entire series has been a little bit slow at the beginning. Both of the teams, or both of... Yeah, they're just not really engaging into too many risky fights. We had some of the battles in the playoffs where you had a lot of brawly fights from the beginning down to the end. But this is really one of those more cautious games where people are playing very, very disciplined, just waiting for opportunities. And that's one of the reasons why Simplicity was able to win the last map in particular. Initially, that was a bit rough, especially commitment that they had to leap also on Sonya. If you do that, you cannot really fall behind, because if you start falling behind, you don't get a lot of value out of leap as a talent, and you will always face off against opponents that are pressuring you, have to commit to leap to escape. But the way they played it out, extremely patient, waiting for opportunities, rotating around the opponent a lot, they created those opportunities to get kills. And the follow-up on it got a lead, and all of a sudden they were the ones in the driver's seat. Now that we're looking at objective number 2, though, there's again the lead for 30k. Now, Tigers can come in with Odin, of course, but they really need to make the commitment if they want to have an opportunity to lock this one in. And it doesn't really seem like they're going to go for it either. No, they have Hogger rotating at the bottom. Masquerade, he's a bit low on this, and Liam has just been sitting on the shrine the entire time and has been taking the stacks for his team, so they're taking it. Pummel is out as the level 30 talent again for Hogger. Neo Steel Coding is in too, and this time a Mortar Punisher is going to make it onto the map for the team in blue. So 30k is again running the objective. And this reminds me a little bit of Volskaya Foundry, where Simplicity was also incredibly patient around it. There's the engage, already Odin being used, the old man with a setup and nearly a kill against Azerite, as we have Lightning Breath being used and Odin to defend the top fort. And Hogger isn't even here. Lutano is still whirling around in the middle and moving down to the bottom of the map, as topside the fort is still saved. So they have a slight lead in experience, despite the fact that they lost 2 objectives now already. Look at the damage output. We're 9 minutes into the game, and the top damage in this one is 18,000 for Tychus. 13k for Cassia. They're just not giving any stacks over to them too. So this particular style of playing also reduces the stacking opportunities of a lot of the heroes that we're seeing here, making this really a bit of a nuisance for Cassia players, just to name one of them. So not a lot going on when it comes to that. But yeah, they are just slowly but steadily pushing this towards the next objective. And the third one, that's probably the one where Simplicity is finally deciding that they are going to fight for it. I would be very, very surprised if they would give that one up too. But if you think about it, 10 minutes in, 35 stacks, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's less that you would have expected him to have now. Liam at the top nearly gets the fort, so Simplicity's giving up a lot here. Now that playstyle has really paid off for them throughout the series, but eventually 30k is going to establish an advantage and then really run with it. So Liam finds himself in trouble as it happens. Is he going to make it out? He should be able to get away here, yeah. But it was kind of nicely played by Lutano. So, yeah, denying all of the minions, and all of a sudden the fort was starting to attack Leoric, and he's like, yeah, might be in a bit more trouble than I expected. So, yeah, let's see. Right now, Masquerade is trying for the engage. And honestly, that's one of those moves where I'm just waiting for Masquerade to pop off at some point completely. Now that he is getting closer and closer to level 16. Oh god. If he just specs into the overpower and can just get the stun reduction, the CDR reset, that would be so awesome. And Masquerade is a beast on this one, but we haven't really seen a lot of big fights here. And of course he can't flip Deathwing over, so that's a bit of a problem. Not even Diablo is strong enough to pull that one off. Hogger still up at the top against Liam. All about the drain here. Fury is now also ready. And there's the 16. Okay, it is party time. And he doesn't go for the cooldown reset. No, the Debilitating Flames, he's sticking it out with a Firestorm build. Committing from level 4 onwards completely to it. Fort is taken. As the rotation hit topside. So that's 1-4 down, 1 very, very low, but they're going for the battle now. They're trying to go for the fight. Masquerade coming in against Leo. There's the follow-up attempt. Brightwing needs to jump in and help the team out. Still sitting at the bottom of the map as the blue team disengages. Slowly moves away from this one. 41 stacks now for Cassia. Again, still not great, but better than what we've seen previously. We're talking about a lot of the Cassia players. Dino to mention one, others two, usually around the 8-minute mark. We have 40 stacks for them, most of the time even a bit more. But now we're 12 minutes in and we're still looking at 40. Again, not horrible, but also nothing to write home about. And then again, here's the fight, and this time they're committing as expected, but Cure gets deleted. And so does Tigers. The fight isn't over yet though. There's actually a lot of damage on the blue team too. And now that oh my god, really? They're getting the kills in. Dibbles is down. The battle is not over yet. Hogger! Can he hog it out? Lutano gets away. 2 kills. Brightwing is dead. Diablo, of course, is making it back here. But yeah, look at how the fight all played out here. That was actually crazy. So much damage on the last one. Everybody committing to their heroics too. Brightwing getting eliminated. I honestly expected more on the blue team side to die, given how low their hit point pools were. But seems like 30k is locking in another one, aren't they? 3 kills to 2, and with the move straight back to the mid and the bot lane, Simplicity is signaling that they're going to give this one up as well. Hogger with slight adjustments now, getting the headbanger on level 16 after the pummel on level 13. Top side, that gets pressured as Leoric is escorting the Shaman camp through. And this time things are not really looking that great for Simplicity. It's not horrible, don't get me wrong. It's not like they're like massively behind or anything. They still have the same talent as their opponent. They're not... It's a third of a level that they're missing out here, but this is the third objective now that they're missing out on. And they lost the fort at the top lane. They took significant damage on the fort at the bottom of the map. And here in the middle, the goal for 30k is, of course, to take another one of the main structures out. Cassia is slowly starting to stack. The same is true for the Mithril Maze on Leo. Yeah, Entomb locks him into a corner. Not quite successful, though. They can't get the damage in, trying to go for the barbecue move with Hazops on Deathwing, but they take the fort. They start to take those structures down, and they're playing Simplicity into a bit of a corner now. With a rotation down to the bottom of the map, you can guess where this is going to end up. Yeah, we're going to have another fort destroyed. So Simplicity is losing ground more and more and more the longer this one plays out. 30,000 damage for Mephisto. It's nice for him. 26k for, sorry, 24k for Tigers isn't too bad either. You compare that over to Cassia. She's closing in. But they have the advantage now in experience. And things are becoming a little bit more dicey over here. What else? Let's see. We got Masquerade still sitting this one out. Just anchoring. Still 1 minute and 30 seconds and the camp is gonna be back on the map. They don't have a lot more opportunities to bring this one back. Once the level 20 is in, the next objective spawns topside this time. You need to get this one or you're gonna be in trouble. Can they get the Entomb? Oh my god! So close! Hogger makes it out, but that definitely got the adrenaline pumping on Lutano's side. Yeah, and Tigers? He's just soloing the top fort. Or at least trying to. He might even get it, honestly. I don't think he will. Has to move back and wait for the next minion wave. If he stays long enough to escort that one in too, then yes, he's going to get the fort. I guess they have to take the structure down, but in the meantime, the bot lane is getting attacked and the level 20 talent is ready. Invisible Friends, Redemption. We got on top of that also the ult upgrade for Leo, and that could be key. Unless they commit to Odin. Well, they do. They want to defend this. Problem is, if that buried alive hits, you are in trouble, not one way or another. Hogger is in the middle. They want the experience. They hold it. Keep us down to 50% HP. They can't level 20. And I'm telling you, it's not an easy situation for Simplicity at all. Now 30k also doesn't have a mad lead, but the situation on the map of course has changed ever since they started to take all of the structures down. All of the forts are destroyed, that includes the fountains, so that's a lot of the sustain gone. But with the top lane fort being destroyed by Tigers, that also means that 30k themselves don't have a fountain anymore on that lane whenever the fight over the top objective breaks out. And they're still making the play for the bottom, poking this out and trying to take the keep here. This is an important keep to take. The next objective is topside, so that keep is worth a lot. There's the buried alive, and the kill against Diablo. The Durance have hate though. Leo down, can they get Azerite? Leo is dead, and Mephisto's trying to follow it up with a bit more damage. Legacy is also in trouble. The old man trying to escape here. Deathwing moving in. Hogger with the play attempts coming in once more, bouncing around like crazy, and they kill Deathwing. Deathwing is down. Lutano with a commitment to the no control over here, bodying 4 kills to 4, and the objective is up. They get the kill against Leo, they drop Deathwing, and now with 20 versus 20, they have a chance at the objective on the top side. The no control over here. Well done. Yeah, nicely done by him, going straight for the headbanger, having the pummel ready, and then they are going 4 damage. In total, we have Hogger now 28,000. It's still Mephisto with 47k. It has the top damage for them. Camps are now taken. Khazra's in the middle, down at the bottom, and they are making the 4-man commitment to the keep. Hogger and Diablo are the only ones to try and deal with that. Top side, that's where we're still seeing Tigers, of course, but the bottom keep falls. Bottom keep is down, and, well, it seems like Cure is going to get this one. No problem at all. Alright, so right now we got still a chance for Simplicity. They've lost a lot of ground. The keep falling at the bottom of the map is a problem too, but let's not forget that the next push is going to happen with... Oh, maybe not. Oh, the buried alive, the old man! No way, no! No, the double kill. Uther and Brightwing are both dead. Hogger has fallen, the 2-for-1 trade, and now they're going for Liam. Liam falls too. 3 heroes are dead, and now they can go for the objective. Check that one out. Diablo getting in position, and then the lightning fury, the lightning breath. The 2 kills are there. Now they go, of course, for the objective at the bottom of the map. Yes, someone has to deal with the catapult and the camp, and it's Masquerade. But oh boy, 7 kills against 5 all of a sudden. Leo is about to be back. He's gonna try and push this. Cure needs to dash out here, but things are starting to spice up in this game. The loss of the keep at the bottom of the map is a problem, but they are starting to get teamfight victories right now. They are getting kills. 5 kills to 7. Situation is slowly changing over here. And Cassia is still stacking. Cassia is sitting at 75 stacks now. So they're sitting in the middle. Bottom of the map, someone needs to take the catapults out. Again, 19 minutes in. Of course, you want to go for the objective at the top, but you still need to be careful. If those catapults make it a little bit too deep, if there's a second one coming in, maybe a third one, then your core is in trouble. Hogger's dealing with it. Trying to, at least. Has to move towards the top now. It's getting spicy. There's 31 stacks now for 30k. Cure comes in, and they get it. Mortar Punisher's there. They got the Mortar Punisher, but there's a double catapult at the bot now. Liam is about to go down, but Masquerade might also be in trouble. They go for Leoric, and he's dead. Bottom of the map, catapults, thankfully for Simplicity, get taken out by the minion wave. They're chasing Fury over here, but they're not going to waste too much time on him, are they now? No, they're moving towards the top instead. Oh my god! Cure! He survives on Tigers. Oh my, wow. That was barely an escape. Azerite is low, and he is gonna get dropped now, isn't he? Yeah, catapults are coming in. Winions for the win, baby. The minion wave takes down Cassia. 9 kills to 5. Leo is about to come back. Here's the Punisher. It's getting spicy here. Catapults at the bottom of the map are already amassing and slowly getting towards the core of Simplicity. They want the 3-0 victory here against 30k. They're crushing through their keep at the top. Catapults bot side are locking onto the core right now. The minions are spawning though, trying to push them back as everybody is committing towards the top. Hazorps is low. He's trying to do his best. He's going for the barbecue. Hazu needs to be careful over here. He has no hit points left. He needs to retreat and does it barely in time to save his ass. But the shields are falling on both cores, by the way. But the catapults get defeated by the incoming minion wave. And over here to the left side, it's Simplicity. They're going for it. It's a 3-0. They take the victory. A 3-0 victory for Simplicity as they move on to the next round of this Heroes of the Storm tournament. They made it happen. They won against Granite Gaming. They took down the Sidestep Kings, and now they defeat 30k to make themselves part of the final bracket. GG, well played. A fantastic series by the red team as they lock in a flawless victory against 30k. Nicely done.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.